Okay, let's try this short Pilates sequence for mobilizing the spine and strengthening the hips. You're going to have your feet hip-width apart, arm down by your side. You can find your neutral. Most of you will be familiar with the pelvic tucks. And this movement between 3 and 9. And also a slight rotation known as the pelvic floor. You can go one way and you can go the other way. Just making sure that your knees are moving kind of very, very small movements in the knees. Minimize as much as you can. And then circle the opposite direction, which I find pretty difficult. This should allow you to feel your neutral, reach the crown of the head away from the tailbone, nice long neck. And let's try a few bridges. So slide tuck of the tail under, breathing in, exhale, peel up and away. Breathe in at the top, exhale, slowly peeling down. Just disregard my head turn into the camera, you guys are going to be looking straight up. Let's try this one more time. You can try that a couple more times. If you're feeling good here, you can march on the spot. So your hips don't move. You're just going to bring your right leg up to the tabletop, place up or down. Bring your other leg to the tabletop, place up or down. If that's easy enough, when you reach the leg up, you can also point the toes, bend the knees and come back to center. Lift, point the toes, bend the knees and come back to center. And let's roll all the way down. All right, you can hug the knees into the chest, little rock from side to side. And from here, let's try to go into your waist exercise. So you're going to bring the legs up to tabletop, your back doesn't arch, feet and knees together. Open the arms out wide if you can. You're going to drop the legs over to one side. So relax here as much as you can. Opposite shoulder stays down. Front knee reach as much as you can. I'm going to use my left side waist to bring the knees back. Same over to the other side. Drop in the knees here, so right shoulder down. I try to reach my right knee slightly more forward, squeeze the right waist to come in. So you can carry on with that, or you can have the legs straight. That makes it a lot more difficult. Reaching the foot now. Bring back to center, and all the same thing to the other side, and back to center, of course, space permitting. All right, let's bring the feet down one by one. Okay, and let's try a couple of side exercises here. So just roll onto one side. Just in a kind of comfortable position here, shoulders and hips stacked. You're going to have a little bit of a gap in your bottom waist, pocket of air, and your feet roughly leveled with your hips. So you can try different variations of clam. You're going to open and close the knees, and you only want to go as far as your hips stay still. So what we don't want to see is this. Okay, you can lift the feet, keeping them together. In this particular variation, open the knees as wide as you can. And you can also try this one when you're opening the knee, bringing the knee towards the ear. Notice my bottom waist doesn't drop. Feet together, knees together. Nice job. And you can try all of those on the other side, lower the feet. And now let's try something for your chest. You're going to clasp the hands behind your head like this. Your knees and your hips now stay together. And think everything below the waist moves forward. Everything above the waist moves back. So you're going to reach the elbow forward, breathing in, and as you exhale, turn back. So then my knees are reaching forward, my elbows reaching back, should feel pretty good. And slowly come back to center. If you have a tendency of getting dizzy, close your eyes here. You don't really need to see what's going on. And then slowly come back to center. Ideally, we want 3 to 5, and maybe all the way up to 7 repetitions, depending on how much time you have, etc., etc. And then let's slowly come back up. I won't do the other side. You guys can replicate that on the other side. So I'll show you an exercise on all fours called the donkey kicks. So you're going to come up onto all fours and find the neutral. So just a couple of cat cows. Your thumbs go underneath the shoulders. Knees go underneath the hips. You're going to open and you're going to round. Knees could be a little closer in here. Open, send the chest forward between the arms. Exhale as you round. Keep gripping the mat with your fingers. Find your neutral. Now from here, my hips are not going to move, just my knees, my whole leg out to the side, but my pelvis is going to stay static. So breathe in and prepare. Exhale as you kick out to the side and back to center. Exhale, kick out to the side, back to center. If I want to challenge myself, I can take the opposite arm forward or out to the side like this. Okay, so you can do this variation. You can also try a straight kick up variation. So as I'm kicking up, my top of the buttock here squeezes. And you can even, what I'm doing here is having the opposite hand down. You can do the same thing. And then you can try the circles again. Opposite arm can be reaching forward. You're going to be circling one way. And you're going to be circling the opposite way. together, sit back and down, child's pose. Those of you who want more stretch in the thoracic spine, you can drop the chest down and gaze forward. Now, from that first side, you're going to replay that video so you get to do the second side, and you get to do the donkey kicks on the other side. And then if you have a little bit of time and you want to work into extension a little bit, let's try some swimming. So you can reach the arms forward, rest the forehead down here, breathe and prepare, squeeze, lengthen, lift, opposite arm, opposite leg. So your tail is heavy, belly button is in, lower down, rest, squeeze, lengthen, lift, lower down, rest. If you want more, squeeze, lengthen, lift, lower down, rest, or full swimming, squeeze, lengthen, lift, opposite arm, opposite leg moves, shoulders down away from the ears, neck long. Little faster, a little harder, body doesn't move, and then lower down, rest, and then push back into your child's pose.